Just seen BTS on Graham Norton. 6 Korean kids in Flasher Max. Sorry.
Hello, welcome back to the channel.
I'm wearing white and I'm feeling happy.
Today we thought it would be pertinent to discuss the reception of BTS in the UK. A bit of context if you're not aware, and I'm assuming if you're watching this video you know, this is the first time that BTS have come to the UK to perform. It's the first time they've toured in the UK.
Yeah.
Period.
We work with Radio 1 to produce a podcast each week, and we can tell from outside of things that the industry is starting to take K-pop and BTS a hell of a lot more seriously.
A few key things that happened while BTS were here. They landed in the UK, the army erupted with the BTS London hashtag on
There were
Twitter.
some funny ones about them going to Greg's. It was like Monster X came over for K-pop night and they went into Sainsbury's near the Wembley Arena, getting their meal deals.
Like, do they know what Gatted meant? Have they ever been to a Wetherspoons? Do they know what fish and chips
Apparently is Jin up there, Toby Carvery.
Did it?
No.
Oh.
They landed, had interviews. There was some controversy around those, some didn't air. They also performed their 2 sellout shows at the O2 and then they appeared on UK TV. What?
They actually appeared on the biggest primetime TV sort of Saturday night show, except I think it's on Friday night, isn't it? The Graham Norton show.
Whoopi Goldberg was on the same couch as BTS. We also had Jamie Dornan and some American guy. BTS performed on Graham Norton without Jungkook and without... Oh wait, no. Jungkook was there, Jimin wasn't.
Their PR team in the UK is Doorbell, and they tweeted out an image of them on their private jet. Was it their private jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was their private jet. And it was kind of comparative to Beatles Mania, which is what everyone kept calling it whilst they were here. Bear in mind, the Beatles are British. It's the most recent thing we can have to think of in terms of band mania.
One Direction. It was the most recent band mania.
Don't count.
We went to both shows in the UK. The atmosphere was just insane. It was so good. It was like a festival feel. Everyone was there to have a good time, to share their love for BTS.
We actually vlogged it, which will be appearing in the top right-hand side of this video right now if you want to click on it. Wait, is it there? Or is it there?
Obviously, a lot of journalists attended the gig and did their little write-ups. I would like to point out that some of these publications were saying it's about time we took BTS and K-pop more seriously. No, honey. The public has been taking K-pop seriously for quite a while. The media, on the other hand, hasn't. And I think the general vibe in the UK is that BTS has just come out of nowhere. They're this completely unannounced phenomenon that has swept the globe, when in reality we know that BTS mania and the ARMY has been bubbling away for about the past 4 years.
The Guardian wrote their review, and a key takeaway was, what fuels the BTS phenomenon is fan-to-fan camaraderie translated into social media activity. The ARMY's devotion has kept BTS at the top of the Billboard social chart for 95 weeks running.
Beside the Guardian article, there were lots of other ones that are great. Metro did a nice one, and they're all sort of really applauding the ARMY as well.
The other thing that happened, that all of us, I actually went up into my loft, if you're American, the attic, to move our antenna around so that I could get BBC One downstairs. That is my level of dedication. And we watched the Graham Norton show. The demographic for the Graham Norton show is older, and yeah.
WTF is going on this week's Graham Norton, a Korean boy band that all look like women / dolls and girls are going mental screaming about them. Thank you for your insight there, Lance.
We've all probably, being fans of BTS, come across the comment of, oh, they're wearing makeup, oh, that's a traditionally feminine thing to do, and that they're challenging masculinity. That right there is a case of that. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad, and he's also not saying that they're bad performance, he's just saying everyone's screaming, what?
Some of these comments that we're about to read are obviously because the UK has different beauty standards to South Korea, just like India has different beauty standards to North America. So let's just leave it there. Watching Graham Norton, audiences go mental with this Korean boy band, no idea who the fuck they are.
That's just another case, the same as Lance. BTS, whilst online, and this is why they keep winning the social awards, their presence online is inescapable. However, in the UK, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything about them on traditional media.
Got a positive one here from Aaron Hemsworth with 11,000 likes.
Go on, Aaron.
BTS on Graham Norton. Wow, they sure know how to put on a show. They're spreading love and positivity. How can anyone hate on that? Biggest boy band in the world, not from the US or UK, sings in Korean and not English. Wow, now that is some gangster shit.
I'm going to follow Aaron after that. I'm not a follower, but I love what the Western world is finally being exposed to some amazing Asian talent. About time we stopped ignoring the East while simultaneously expecting them to engage in our culture.
Yes.
That's a really good point.
So true, so true. We expect everyone else to follow Western trends. Well, I have no clue why they're so popular. I found it outdated, so 90s pop, very yesterday, like some sort of Asian East 17 and slightly arrogant. Hashtag Graham Norton showing capitals, hashtag Graham Norton.
Where did you get the arrogant part from?
I don't know.
Him saying it's outdated is a weird take because everyone else has said, that I've spoken to and shown BTS to in all the other videos like our street interviews, is they've never said the phrase outdated. They said, oh, it's like retro in the sense that they're dancing like boy bands did in the 90s.
If anything, 90s fashion has also come back round.
Yeah.
So why is that a bad thing? Liam Gallagher would knock the fuck out of every member of BTS. Hashtag Graham Norton. Hashtag toxic masculinity is my favourite. What the fuck is this shit? Biggest boy band in the world, my arse. Biggest bunch of wankers, more like. This Korean boy band and Graham Norton are a big deal. I've never heard of them and the audience are going crazy for them. I feel depressed and old. They also look fucking 12. All have the same haircut and look plastic. What has happened to the music industry?
Sorry, pop stars have looked plastic for generations anyway. Not that BTS do, but I'm just saying.
Do you not?
That's not new.
I just think this is quite a toxic conversation if you start judging someone initially on their appearance because they're different. I do not think that's just people shifting their own insecurities onto other people. An important thing that a lot of armies have been doing in the hashtag that I've seen is when someone says about how they feel old and out of touch, they're saying, there's no age limit on being an army. You're all welcome. And I find that
Sign
kind of, that was really nice and positive. My mum just said the UK general public who are being rude and racist about BTS better shut the fuck up before she smacks them with a pan. Oh my fucking God, my mum cracks me up. No way she can say she ain't an army after that. One of the most surreal moments in the Graham Norton show, a Korean boy band talking nonsense when Whoopi Goldberg removes her shirt, offers it as a gift because it represents people in movement.
Oh, if you didn't know this thing that happened, Whoopi Goldberg had a shirt on that she designed herself. The pattern
Designed herself?
Yeah, she said this is something I designed. It's a shirt. It was a black and white, black and grey, and it had people and movement all over it. And she just said, "Here's a thank you gift for spreading joy among the world."
My personal opinion is they don't have to speak English. They've done quite well without producing any English songs, and I think that actually it's arrogance on our part, feeling that people should be speaking in English. But RM learnt from friends. I can't even learn from Duolingo.
Not sure what to do, I say. I'm too old for this shit. The kids are either downing loads of drugs or sucking down Red Bull at the rate of knots.
Firstly, don't do drugs. Secondly,
There's no age limit.
yeah, age is a thing, see? Insecurities.
We went to Zico 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 2 months ago.
And
don't
someone's
know.
nan was there.
No, but it wasn't even someone's nan. They were hyped to be there, and she was going to BTS as well.
She was raving to every track.
She loved that shit.
In fact, if you're watching this and that was you, let me know. Just seen BTS on Graham Norton. 6 Korean kids in Flasher Max.
Sorry? Just seen BTS and Graham Norton, 6 Korean kids in Flasher Max shouting gangster rap while hundreds of idiots can't stop screaming. What is happening? I'm clearly very, very old.
Again, response to this was, you're not too old for BTS. And she went, it doesn't matter how old you are, what you look like, or where you're from. Feel free to dislike or like or whatever music you want to. And he went, it's nice to know there are actually nice people on Twitter. Fair play to you. Kindness wins.
A perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about next. NME wrote an article called Why the BTS Army Must Be Stopped. Obviously, it was a clickbait title. If I just summarise the post really quickly to it saying that there's a few instances where people didn't criticise, but they just, made comment on certain aspects of performances, and also sometimes maybe things like, I think they're getting exhausted, I think this is too much for them, that they were hated on. Like, these journalists were sent hate, and what NME is saying is that while BTS are preaching this love yourself,
Compassion, kindness, inclusivity and empathy,
it's kind of not sometimes reciprocated by the army, who obviously are acting as they believe in BTS's best interests.
Yeah, like defending them.
If they're tweeting a radio to say, play BTS, and they come back and say, that's not actually on our remit, like we play alternative music. But then the next tweet that I saw in this string of tweets was that they were then accusing the radio station of racism. And I think, personally, that was a massive reach. It's so easy to get caught up in this fan hysteria, which, trust me, I get involved in as well, that if someone talks criticising what you're enjoying, that you fly to their defence. Namjoon's English. In the passage in question, the writer claims the singer has occasionally baffling syntax, which is normal for someone that doesn't speak English as a first language, I believe. I've spoken to many people that don't speak English as a first language.
He goes on to say, it was an insensitive, crass comment, no doubt, but surely a stretch to brand it full-blown racism. So the problem I think a lot of journalists are experiencing is if they do say something negative, which again is their opinion, there's a million lovely articles out there, they're branded racists or their point is invalid. So I think this is the whole point of this article. They do go on to say how amazing the BTS army is, and it's unlike anything else.
Obviously, as we've highlighted in our podcast, if you haven't checked it out, it's with Radio 1 and it's with the PG podcast. I'll link it below. We did a whole episode on all of the amazing stuff that the army did around the BTS concert. For example, printing 34,000 banners and posters to hold up at the end of the BTS gig.
They also helped organise food collections for the homeless. Also,
Tidied up.
We were at the O2 and they apparently helped organise clean-up parties afterwards to make sure that the O2 was left how people found it. All these things happened at most, I think, all stops on the Love Yourself tour. In the UK, BTS seems to be taken a lot more seriously. Radio stations are considering playing their music more often. The difficulty is that the UK is not often exposed to the Korean language, so it's taken a while to make it onto the airwaves, but we're getting there. If you're in the UK and you're a member of the army or you've had an experience as a member of the army, put it down in the comments below and let us know how you felt.
Also, let us know what you think of Steve Aoki's collab with BTS. I believe it's his song featuring BTS, not BTS featuring Steve Aoki.
Yeah, Waste It On Me it's called. Apparently if you tweet it before it comes out, you get a little preview.
Yeah.
I did. 40 seconds worth.
It's so good.
Also, I think the moons, this is just my little theory, I think the little colours are something to do with the moon phase. I saw someone say, I'm going to go one step further and actually say it could be about the solar system. Uranus,
Neptune, Pluto. 9.
Thank you for watching, make sure you give the video a like.
Also, I forgot to say there was loads of amazing tweets in support of BTS that were like, I've never heard of them before. These are great, I'm going to follow them everywhere.